If you're watching this, your OnlyFans has probably hit a wall. You're posting, you're trying, you're putting in the work, but for some reason your revenue just isn't moving anymore. It's stuck at the same number month after month, or maybe even dipping. And you look around and see other creators pushing past $30,000, $50,000, even $100,000 every single month. And you start telling yourself a story that these people must be different. Maybe they got lucky. Maybe they have something that you don't. Maybe the algorithm just loves them more than you. The truth is, they aren't any different from you. Over the last 2 years, I've helped hundreds of creators break through plateaus, including multiple creators earning over 100K every single month. And the only real difference between someone who grows and someone who stays stuck is the strategy in which they follow. And today, I'm gonna give you that strategy so you can break out of your plateau permanently. The first and biggest mistake I see creators make is relying on one single traffic source. If all your growth comes from TikTok or just Instagram or just YouTube Shorts, you're gambling your entire income on that one platform, behaving perfectly forever. And that's not reality. Algorithms will change, accounts will get restricted, and entire niches get quietly suppressed. The creators who are going to succeed are the ones who are spreading out their exposure. So you should be posting across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Snapchat. And the good news is, if your content is very safe for work, you can push the same content onto every platform. This massively increases the number of new people seeing you every day, which means more traffic to your OnlyFans. Then, the more eyes you're going to reach, the more subs you gain. That's the whole game. But there's another layer to this that most creators ignore. That is long form content. So YouTube and OFTV are two of the most powerful traffic sources because long form content builds deep connections. A fan who watches you for 10 minutes is way more emotionally invested than a fan who watches you for just 8 seconds. Long form viewers convert into whales more consistently because they've just spent real time with you. They've heard your voice, they've learned your personality, and they've begun to feel like they know you. Parasocial bonding is one of the strongest revenue drivers in the adult industry. So even one long form video a week can change everything for you. Now let's talk about X and Reddit. These platforms are insanely underrated, but only if your niche performs well there. So MILF, tattoos, alt, plus size cosplay, these niches explode on X and Reddit because the communities are already active and hungry for content. If you're in one of those niches, you should absolutely be posting there. It becomes, another stream of traffic feeding your page. And here is the best part about diversifying across all these platforms. If something goes wrong on one of them, for example, a TOS change, an account wipe, a shadow ban, you still have other streams delivering subscribers. Your business doesn't die just because one platform has a problem. The next thing you have to do to break your plateau is run multiple accounts per platform. The creators who grow fast run 3 or more TikTok accounts, 3 or more Instagram accounts, and sometimes even more than that. But here's where most creators go wrong, and this is very important. They take the same video and just repost it across all their accounts. And while that's better than nothing, it doesn't perform nearly as well as creating 3 variations of the same idea. Same outfit, same concept, same vibe, but a slightly different angle, a slightly different delivery. So platforms are going to reward originality, which is why we do that. Even tiny differences signal that the content is fresh. And if you find a style of content that performs well, posting 3 variations means you triple your chance of going viral without reinventing the wheel, and you can do it in one filming session as well. And while unique videos belong on your main accounts, you should also have extra backup or repurposed content pages where you take your strong performing content and give it a second life. These pages won't hit as frequently because it's not original, but they're easy wins and they funnel extra viewers to your OF. Now, when you're creating for Instagram, you need to go even more safe for work than you think. Instagram is hypersensitive right now. Suspensions, restrictions, shadow bans, they happen constantly. You want to stay far away from the line. Use creativity, not sexualization, to stand out. So if you're someone who's had repeated bans, here's what you absolutely must do to protect your new accounts. Change the email, change the phone number, and use a new device, and log in through a different IP address. Ideally, hotspot from another phone, not your home Wi-Fi. Instagram tracks far more than just your username. They track device IDs, IP addresses, SIM card information. So you need to reset everything if you want a clean slate. One of the biggest reasons creators plateau is because they aren't consistent enough. Consistency is the #1 algorithm booster across every platform. When you post every day or multiple times a day, these apps trust you more, they test your content more aggressively, and they push you to more people. Missing even a couple days can tank your momentum. The algorithm algorithm basically assumes you're inactive. The creators who win are the ones who treat social content like brushing their teeth, a non-negotiable part of the day. And the best way to stay consistent, be 1 to 2 weeks ahead on content at least at all times. This protects you from emergencies, travel, burnout, anything that might stop you from filming. If you're always ahead, you will never fall behind. Now here's something most creators never consider. Content creation is actually an art. It's not a chore, it's not a checkbox activity, and it's not something you should rush through. The difference between a struggling creator and a top 0.01% creator often comes down to 1,000 tiny details. Small adjustments in lighting, facial expression, pacing, framing, outfit choice, or micro movements can turn an average video into a viral one. Instead of thinking, I film my videos for today, start thinking, how can I make this 1% better? Because 1% improvements done repeatedly is what will lead to exponential results. To make truly scroll-stopping content, you need a strong hook in the very first second. Something visually unexpected or emotionally intriguing. So movement works, eye contact works, outfit changes work, a dramatic transition works, exaggerated expressions work. TikTok and Instagram reward videos that feel alive, not stiff or predictable. Now let's talk about data, because this is where creators either scale or stay stuck forever. Most creators post what they feel like posting. They post what's easiest, or they post content that they personally enjoy making. But if you want to scale quickly, you need to become obsessed with your metrics. So track your watch time, your saves, your shares, your comments, your retention rates, your conversion rate. Look at which videos bring subscribers and which ones flop. The numbers are the truth here. Now, they tell you exactly what content style performs, and your job is simply to double down on the winners and eliminate the losers. This is how you break through plateaus. But none of that matters if you're trying to be someone you're not. And this is a huge reason creators plateau. So they start copying every trend, every creator, every template, and they lose themselves in the process. The reality is no one can compete with you for being you. The more authentic you are, the stronger your brand becomes. Your personality, your humor, your energy, your quirks, these are the things that viewers remember. These are the things that differentiate you from the thousands of creators that are doing the same dances and same transitions. If you want to grow long term, you need a recognizable brand that people can connect with. Another thing top creators do, and struggling creators don't, is plan meticulously. If you want to scale, you cannot just wing it. Every time you film, you need to plan your scenes, your storyline, your facial reactions, your transitions, even your posture and gestures. Every top creator you've ever watched looks spontaneous, but the reality is almost none of their reactions are real. They're staged, because stage reactions are way more engaging, way more expressive, and way more optimized. Planning removes decision fatigue, speeds up filming, and dramatically improves quality. Now, seasonal content is another massive revenue booster that creators ignore. Holidays like Christmas, Valentine's Day, Halloween, now these are golden opportunities to spike your revenue. For example, 12 days of Christmas, mass PPV, an advent calendar where fans unlock a new piece of content each day, Valentine's Day mystery boxes, Halloween themed sequences. Now all of these perform incredibly well because fans feel like they're part of an experience. You can actually theme your social content as well around these holidays too, which gives you even more exposure. Now let's talk about how to maximize every type of subscriber. Half your subs will never chat, ever. They aren't there for conversation, they're there for content. So if you're only focusing on chat revenue, you're leaving thousands on the table. For your silent subs, you need to send consistent mass PPVs, drops, and unlockable content. These subscribers won't message you, but they will buy if you can send them something valuable. For the subs who do chat, you should be selling sexting sessions and sexting sequences. Now, a sexting sequence is a scripted storyline where you make the fan feel like they're influencing your actions in real time. Maybe the sequence starts with you getting distracted, then pulled in, then escalating into something more intimate. These sequences make fans feel like they're controlling the moment, and that illusion of control is one of the strongest psychological buying triggers in the entire adult industry. This works across every niche: GFE, Dom, softcore, cosplay, pretty much everything. Now, gamifying your feed is another great way to break plateaus. Things like message me at exactly 9:59 PM for a free video, or first 5 likes get a bonus clip. These little games spark engagement quickly and turn passive subs into active participants who start spending more. Now, retention. You absolutely need to be running rebuild campaigns. A rebuild campaign incentivizes fans to turn on their auto renew. You reward rebuild fans with free monthly content, discounted PPVs, exclusive content that non-rebuild fans can't access. Rebuild fans stay longer, spend more, and become your most valuable customers. Improving retention is one of the fastest ways to break a plateau, because instead of constantly needing new subscribers just to maintain your income, you actually have recurring revenue that grows month after month. And here's the final thing I want you to know. Plateaus are not signs of failure. They're just signs that your current strategy has reached its cap. Every creator hits one at some point, but the creators who break through are the ones who update their approach, evolve their branding, stay consistent, diversify their traffic, improve their content quality, understand their data, and treat this like a real business, not a hobby. If you apply everything I've talked about today, you will absolutely break through your plateau, and not slowly but explosively. Your reach will grow, your subscriber rate will also grow, your retention will improve, and your revenue will rise consistently. If this video has actually helped you, make sure you drop a like, a subscribe, and a comment below which part you're going to implement first. And I'll see you in the next one, where we'll take your OF business even further. Now, if you are a creator who's looking to scale your business, drop me a DM on Instagram at DylanFrano, DYLANFRANO. It's in the description. If you are an agency and you want to have a conversation about scaling, possibly working with us, click the link below and book a call. Thank you for listening.